Hi, my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, an intuitive messenger, and an author. And this is a reading for life path number 6. This is a numerological reading for life path number 6. And so, life path number 6, we are going to get started. I've already pulled the cards, 5 cards, and we're going to begin. And I'll just say that the first card in your spread is a jumper. And so there's clearly a message Spirit wanted you to have. Okay, so the first message, the first card in this spread is the Sun. And so that is very nice. So in this reading, you are being signified as the Sun. So this reading is for January 2024. So life path number 6, you are, possibly coming into a place of greater illumination. We'll see what happens, right? The second card in this spread, which is kind of like in the obstacle card, is the Magician. So while there's an opportunity here for life path number 6 people to come into a place of greater illumination, this is the obstacle. It's basically like a reversal. So maybe there's a part of you that is not using all the gifts and abilities you have to attain that state of illumination. Interesting. Okay, and then we have the Four of Wands. And for me, that's saying this is an opportunity for you to build a new foundation, a foundation that has to do with spiritual inspiration. Interesting. This is very interesting, life path number 5. Your cards are hot, okay? Because out of 5 cards, you already have 3 major arcana. So this is going to be a really, really interesting period. January 2024 is going to be a really, really interesting period. So because you got the Death card. So there's going to be a lot of intense energies and a lot of intense things moving through you and around you, but it's an opportunity to transform you. A lot of people don't like that. They feel intimidated by it, but I personally find it exciting. Because anytime we can transition into a new state of being, I think that's awesome. And your outcome card is the Tower. Okay. So clearly, you will be having a lot going on in January 2024. And a reading like this, I would say, this energy will be around you for about 3 months. Interesting. Such intense energies. So I'm getting that this illumination is not going to just happen. It's going to become with a lot of restructuring of who you are. Because in order to really fully step into yourself, you have to stop denying what you are, who you are. Because since the Magician came up in the obstacle position, it's like you're not really realizing how powerful you are. So the Magician in the Tarot is a card that has all of the different suits around him. He has the cup, he has the pentacle, he has the wand, he has the sword. He has his staff raised up high so he can bring down the knowledge from the spiritual realm into the physical. So he is the magician is a being who is in access, who can access all of their powers. But this is coming up in your obstacle position to say, you are not doing that. You are not accessing all your powers. You're kind of denying them, not stepping into them, kind of shirking them in certain ways, maybe even taking them for granted, or maybe even discounting them. Maybe even you're afraid to recognize how powerful you are. So you're kind of keeping yourself stuck. But you are supposed to receive a lot of illumination and greater insight. This is supposed to begin a process for you, life path number 6, of stepping into greater emotional insight, a greater physical insight, spiritual awareness, growth, emotional immaturity. And this is going to be an opportunity, the Four of Wands, to set up a new foundation for yourself. So in the card, this card is cute because they're Jewish and they're getting married. And so they're having, I don't know what the word is, but the glass is wrapped in a napkin and they stomp on it. So they're getting married. So this is an opportunity to set up a new foundation. But this foundation, it may not be between you and anyone else. This new foundation could be between you and yourself. like you're coming into a new marriage or a new union, but this new marriage and union is with yourself, which makes sense because you get the death card. And the death card has to do with death, rebirth, and transformation. And you get two transformation cards in a row. Now, the tower is a more intense version of it, but still, cards are saying that you're going through a period of deep, deep transformation. And you have, out of five cards, you got 4 major arcana. So this is a place of deep, deep transition for you, life path number 6. Like you're going, that's all I keep receiving, that you're going through a place of experience of deep, deep transformation. And I guess with you getting the tower as your outcome card, is going to feel like to you, like everything's falling apart. But honestly, sometimes when things are falling apart, they're really getting ready to come back together in a better way, which makes sense because you got this. This is your signifier. And so what I'm receiving is that as you go through these different changes, this is where you'll end up. As you go through these different changes that seem quite intense, you're building a new foundation with yourself. You're going through a transformation. Everything that you knew is coming apart. But it's going to be so that you can go back to this new state. Because with this new form of illumination, it's going to add to your life. Anything else you'd like to say, Spirit? Okay, so Spirit is saying that when you open yourself up to a restructuring, it leads you into a more limitless state. Like, so don't be afraid of it. So like you see the sun, you got the magician, you have this new relationship that you're building with yourself, a new marriage to yourself. You're going to be yoked to yourself differently. You're going to have a deeper transformation. The tower is coming. It's going to seem like a lot of, chaos and restructuring. But Spirit is saying that it's going to open you up to a more limitless state. You're going to step into a state of being more limitless by, engaging in this process. And when you do that, you're going to receive greater enlightenment, greater illumination, and a greater knowledge of self. And so this is not your outcome card. It was the first card, but I want to always keep on bringing you back to this life path number 6, so that whatever intensity January of 2024 brings to you and the 3 months around it, don't forget that at the end, you're going to be more limitless, and your thinking and your power and your mind is going to have light in it now. It's going to have light and it's going to have illumination, and you're going to be able to think clearer. You're going to be in a more expanded state. Yeah, but to get to that expanded state, you can't keep everything that you knew before. You have to step into a new energy. So, just to recap, for life path number 6, we open up with the Sun card. Great card of success, enlightenment, illumination, expansion, growth, all positive things. But in your obstacle position, you have the Magician. So basically, your Magician is, if it's upside down, the Magician is not using their powers. They're not using all the tools at their disposal for their growth and development. Because you're supposed to be developing, getting a new union with yourself. A new union, you basically going to have to be yoked to yourself in a newer way. Newer things are being formed within you. A new state of being is being formed within you. And the Death card means it's going to be a time of deep transformation. And the Tower is saying everything that you knew before is going to be restructured. But don't freak out. Don't be scared. Sometimes this can be an internal restructuring, which is this for me, when each time the Tower card comes up, for me, it signifies an internal restructuring. And sometimes it's often a restructuring that we need. We just kind of were just going with the flow, and we weren't really taking the time we needed to give ourselves what we needed. And so by working through this process intentional is not the word. By working through this process in a meaningful way, you'll arrive back at this point. I'm feeling like this is how this could be your outcome, but you have several intense steps you have to go through. So don't be afraid. But this you're going to be going through some life lessons in January 2024, life path number 6. You're going to be going through some life lessons because you got 4 major arcana out of 5 cards. So you're going to be going through some life lessons, and it's okay. Give it 3 months. Everything will be fine as long as you don't fight it and you work with it. Work with this energy. Okay, angels. Let's see what message the angels have for you. Life path number 6. Angels, what message do you have for life path? What can you tell them about this intense period they're going to go through? They don't have anything to be afraid of. They just have to embrace life and breathe and know that they're never alone. Okay, we have joy and contentment. Let's check. Just want to confirm I got the right card for you. Is this the right message from the angel for life path number 6? Is this the right message? Okay, I thought it was. Just checking. Okay, so you get joy and contentment. So it's wonderful that we have a lot of sun energy in this. I'm just realizing we have a lot of glowing things. The sun card is glowing. This magician, his swords are glowing, or the different suits are glowing. The death card, the sun is glowing, and fire definitely glows. And then we have this beautiful being, and around her head, she has a glow as well, and all of her energy is yellow. And so she's beautiful. Joy and contentment. Spirit, what do you want us to say in joy and contentment? Just remember that even if there is some chaos going on in your life path number 6, you still have access to joy and contentment because that's inside of you. Joy and contentment lives within you always. It's never anything you have to question. It's not anything that you ever have to earn. It is a natural part of who you are because you're a soul. To help you through this transition, cultivate this connection to your joy and contentment. And that'll help you. Cultivating this connection with your joy and contentment will help you to have a greater connection and will help with your illumination of your mind and taking you into a higher spiritual state. Because I think ultimately, life path number 6, all this is happening to take you into a greater spiritual state, a higher spiritual state. But don't fight it. Go with it. Work with it. Take care of yourself in the process. Don't fight it though, because these are some really intense cards, but so don't fight it. Don't get angry about it. Don't get resentful. Don't say anything like, oh, it's the new year. I thought things were going to be different. They are going to be different, but you got to do some work. So, think about that. And so Spirit is saying to anchor yourself in your joy and contentment, and that'll help balance out any of the other energies you feel. And you have to change your mindset here. Don't think just because you may be going through some challenges that you don't have access to joy and you can't be content, because you can, but you have to work at it and you have to cultivate it. And Spirit is saying, don't give in to superficial efforts. If there's some of you who can be kind of superficial, don't give in to superficial efforts. Life path number 6. Don't give in to superficial efforts. Y'all are not superficial people. Life path 6s are not superficial people at all. Y'all are very heart-centered and really concerned about family and the needs of others. But this is a time, it's going to be a time where you have to intentionally take care of yourself. So let's read what we have to say about joy and contentment. We close out. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, life path number 6. Let me know what you think in the comments. Your message: be here now. Enjoy the present moment and all the positive experiences that have unfolded and are continuing to unfold. A wave of contentment is washing over your life. Contentment is about taking time to reflect on your situation, enjoy the moment, and trust that you're always being guided. Your angel team is encouraging you to follow your heart now. Do what makes your heart and soul sing. Do what makes you smile, dance, and rejoice in the glory of life. Your angel guide is encouraging you to live your joy fully. Know that your ultimate purpose is to live joyfully, and through the expansion of your joy, you will reach a state of bliss and contentment. Happiness is the key to inner peace, and you're being given an opportunity to experience it now. If you find yourself feeling sad, drained, or overwhelmed, know that is all about to change. So that's what I was saying. This could make you feel sad, drained, or overwhelmed, but know that change is happening and it's going to take you to a new state. In order to usher positive energy into your life, your angels are encouraging you to do what makes you feel alive. Whether you're drawn to pursuing a hobby, spending time in nature or with loved ones, or even having a digital detox, you're being guided to make those moves now. Anything that makes you feel positive, blessed, and joyful will support you in magnetizing more of those feelings and experiences into your life. Your angels are waiting to shine their light and love on your world. So call on them to bring that love in now. And so what I wanted to say, what I received as I was reading this is that you may have to take a break from certain things. Like they said about the digital detox, I think that would be really helpful to you, life path number 6. And just be really careful during this time period, like what you're putting into your mind, because you're going to be having a lot of intense emotions. And so don't go to your usual go-tos of whatever those may be. Maybe it's like going hanging out with friends and having a couple of drinks. Maybe that's going to restaurants and eating out, or watching, binge watching a TV show. Be careful. Don't be really into anything that's dark or crazy. That stuff is wild. And if you're, it looks like, because your energy is probably going to be really sensitive at this time. So why don't you just take it easy and, just be very careful about what you're putting into your mind. So thank you so much, life path number 6. I hope this spoke to you. If this did, then please, leave a comment and let me know what you think, what you're thinking, or how things unfold for you for January 2024. Come back to it and watch in the beginning, and then watch it at the end and see what you feel, and then come back to it for 3 months, because in 3 months, those energies may have settled. So my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, an intuitive messenger, and an author. And if you like this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. You take care and have a wonderful day.